Hi and welcome to CaNibble Creations. Today we're going to show you how to make Christmas decorations with your CaNibble. So, with Christmas coming up, we thought there's no better time to get creative with your decorations. So to commemorate this festive season, we've released a number of Christmas-inspired templates for you to use and or inspire your creative decorations. So, what are you going to need? Well, firstly, you're going to need your sheet metal. Now, any size will do. However, the gauge you're cutting is highly dependent on the material. We will note here the maximum gauge dependent on material. Now, next you're going to need a projector. Now, any unit will do. For the purpose of this video, we're using the XL Van 1, which is an affordable unit we found online. Next, you're going to need spray paint, you're going to need a drill, you're going to need a USB, you're going to need the CaNibble clamps and CaNibble, along with WD-40 and a permanent marker. You're also going to want a file to clean up any sharp edges and a rivet gun. So, how are we going to do it? Well, we're going to do it in 3 easy to follow steps. Step 1. Firstly, we're going to use our projector and project the provided template onto our sheet of metal, then tracing it out with our marker. Step 2. Next, we simply cut out this template with our CaNibble Nibbler. Step 3. Finally, we're going to paint and rivet the parts together, and it's as simple as that. Step 1. Project and trace. Firstly, find a dark location and lean your metal against a flat surface. Try and keep this metal as flat as possible so it doesn't distort the template while you're projecting. Next, depending on your projector unit, project the template onto the sheet metal. Our unit required us to import our template onto our USB stick, then accessing it through the projector's inbuilt media displayer. Next, carefully move the projector until you achieve your desired size for the template on your sheet of metal. Next, follow the outline of the template with your marker. This can be tricky, particularly with corrugated metal, so again, take your time. And just like that, you can accurately display any template on any sized surface. Make note, however, that the X's on the template represent where the pieces will later be riveted together. Step 2. Cutting with CaNibble. Making sure to always lubricate your cutting path. Break down your sheet of metal into smaller, more manageable pieces. Next, begin to cut along the template lines until you've finished cutting out your template. Once you've finished cutting, if you find you're left with any sharp corners, don't hesitate to tidy them up with a file. Finally, drill out the rivet holes marked with the X on the template, and as easy as that, you're ready to paint. Step 3. Paint and rivet. Prepare and paint each piece to your liking and leave it to dry. We prepared our pieces by first giving them a light sand and then a wipe off to remove any debris. Next, we prepared our work area for painting by placing down a layer of newspaper. Then we applied light coats of primer until we had a nice even finish. Once the primer had dried, we added a number of coats of brown until we had a consistent coating across the parts. However, to ensure the ears and antlers could be painted different colours, we masked off the ears, allowing us to paint the antlers first. Once the rest of the body had dried, we masked off the feet and painted them black. Once the antlers had dried, we were finally able to mask them off, allowing us to paint the ears brown. Next, we masked off the reindeer's nose and gave it a spray of red paint. We then waited for all the parts to dry and then promptly removed the masking tape. Next, using our permanent marker, we quickly sketched on an eye and a mouth. We then bent the antlers to make them look more realistic. Next, we aligned the holes we previously drilled and riveted the pieces together. And you're done! Depending on what you want to do with it, you can make modifications to achieve this. We're going to make it a lawn ornament, so we're going to drill a hole into the center and skew it to a stake. The link to this template we used and others will be in the video description below. However, we'd love to see your creations over at our Facebook page, also in the description below. Until then, have a happy holiday and an even happier new year from us over at CaNibble.